There was a whale named Jerry, and a minnow named Jolene. She was running away from the totalitarian Orcus, when suddenly, her entire family was eaten right in front of her.
Oh no, not my entire family. I can't believe they were eaten, right in front of me,
said Jolene. She was the only minnow survivor. She fell into a town that had no name, and that is where she found Jerry, the first whale who did not try to kill her. Jerry tried to comfort her, but she tried to swim away.
Wait, don't run. I'm not with the Orcus who killed your family. I'm a nice orca,
Jerry said. However, her injuries were too dire for her to go far. She fell to her stomach in the midst of jellyfish fields. Jerry used a fin to help her up and took her back to his underground home. He made her fried goldfish out of the snack that smiles back. This was the only food he ever made, because he was a vegetarian. Jolene woke up, very confused. Jerry looked like an orca, but his skin looked like it was dyed blue, and that's because it was dyed blue. Jerry said he would always protect her, and she trusted him, though she wondered why his skin was dyed blue. Jerry explains that his skin was dyed blue because he no longer identified as a killer whale. He instead wanted to be seen as a blue whale. This also kept him from ever being captured by SeaWorld employees. Jolene wondered what she should do with her life now that her entire family was brutally murdered. Jerry says she should be a swim instructor with him. However, the governor of Jellyfish Fields comes back to the fields and claims she lost the election. This makes the jellyfish upset. It is through this jellyfish that Jerry learns about the leader of the totalitarian Orcus, a human that can breathe water, known as Pelagius. Jerry and Jolene agree to taking Pelagius down and saving Jellyfish Fields. They infiltrate Coastmouth and learn that he is now leader of this massive kingdom, which is soon to become a military state. Innocent sea animals are taken from their homes and thrown out on the streets, so the supposedly superior race, Orcus, can use the land for training. Pelagius hopes to one day conquer all the lands, from the mountainous regions of Misery Mountains to the great southern kingdom of Swallowtooth and the wannabe gods within. Jerry and Jolene realize how big a task they have signed up for. So, they unite the nameless town with Jellyfish Fields and create a rebellion, to go to war with the racist Orcus. Jerry gives an inspirational speech that goes like this.
Sometimes we're going to go through things that seem impossible to defeat. Sometimes, in order to swim, we must first float. Sometimes, in order to murder all the racist Orcus, we must do questionable things, such as murder. But that does not mean that we have to give up when we feel overrun. We will feel guilty when we murder, because that's what the good guys do. But remember, the people we're murdering are racists, and also aren't people. Even without the help of SeaWorld, who we turn to for help, we can still beat those that try to force us to submit. I fight for Jolene and to give her a good life. And I fight for each and every one of you. I will use the powers of frost and water to do away with Coastmouth. Then, the nameless town, the Jellyfish Fields, and the kingdom of Swallowtooth, they will all band together to save the ocean. Remember, it is through more than words that the ocean changes. It is through the things we do for each other. My name is Jerry the Whale, and I am willing to die if it means taking down the racists of my kind. And if that doesn't prove to you that I'm no killer whale, then I'm willing to bet nothing will. Now, let's do this. For Jolene, for all of you, but also kind of mostly for Jolene, on a personal level.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe music starts to play, as they march upon the Great Kingdom. Pelagius shows himself and kills many of them, but Jerry and Jolene remain headstrong as they fight against him. Pelagius and Jerry face off, and whale tails clash against magic. Jolene is injured in the fight, and Jerry is angered. He and Pelagius scream as they approach each other. Does Jerry win? Does Jerry lose? Find out in Totalitarian Orcus 2.